This is an important day today in more ways than one. We've talked about the spiritual, the temporal, but now let's talk, viewers, about physical, the physical infrastructure of this country that is also rising to meet the aspirations and fulfill, viewers, the destinies of its citizens. The Morh Tunnel. Morh means Z-turn because it was named after the Z-shaped of the road that the tunnel has now replaced. This Morh Tunnel is a new lifeline for Jammu and Kashmir and was inaugurated 12 years after its foundation stone was laid by previous government, viewers. Today, it was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi and Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah. The tunnel itself will help bridge the distance between Dilli and the Dils, or Delhi and the hearts of Jammu and Kashmir residents, as Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah remarked at the function. But more than this, bears physical testimony to a Jammu and Kashmir on the move, viewers. The union territory that will soon become a full-fledged state, if the PM is to be believed, is now standing at a new turn, excuse the pun, under a pragmatic, articulate Chief Minister who, despite ideological differences, set aside political partisanship to acknowledge the Prime Minister's commitment to usher in real change in Jammu and Kashmir. This is what Jammu and Kashmir Omar Abdullah said today.
आपने तीन बहुत अहम बातें अपनी तकरीर में उस दौरान की। आपने कहा कि दिल की दूरी और दिल्ली से दूरी, इन दोनों चीजों को मिटाने पे आप लगे हुए हैं और वाकई आपके काम से ये साबित होता है। 15 दिन के अंदर अंदर जम्मू कश्मीर को लेके ये आपका दूसरा प्रोग्राम है। इससे पहले जम्मू को रेल डिवीजन से आपने नवाजा और उस प्रोग्राम में आपने शिरकत की, और आज खुद आप सोनमर्ग आए हैं इस टनल का इफ्तिताह करने के लिए। ऐसे प्रोजेक्टों से न सिर्फ दिल की दूरी बल्कि दिल्ली से दूरी जो है वो कम हो जाती है।
As I told you, the Chief Minister is very articulate, viewers, used words brilliantly to express the sentiments that he has lauded upon the Prime Minister. Now, this praise is particularly striking amid growing tensions within the India bloc, where members are increasingly marching to their own tunes. Omar Abdullah, whose National Conference Congress Alliance won the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections this October, also praised PM Modi's approach to the northern state-turned-union territory, citing the free and fair election that was conducted there. Listen in, viewers.
आपने जम्मू कश्मीर के आवाम से कहा था कि बहुत जल्द इलेक्शन होंगे, इंतखाबात होंगे और लोगों को अपने वोट के जरिए अपनी हुकूमत चुनने का मौका मिलेगा। आप अपनी बात पे कायम रहे और 4 महीनों के अंदर अंदर जम्मू कश्मीर में आपने इंतखाबात कराए। जम्मू कश्मीर में आपने लोगों को वोट देने का जो है अपनी हुकूमत चुनने का मौका दिया, और आज इस बात का नतीजा है कि वजीर आला की हैसियत से मैं आज इस प्रोग्राम में शिरकत करके आपसे बात कर रहा हूं। आपने इलेक्शन वो कराए जिसमें लोगों ने बढ़ चढ़ के हिस्सा लिया, और सबसे बड़ी बात ये कि कहीं पे भी धांधली की कोई शिकायत नहीं, कहीं पे भी हुकूमत के गलत इस्तेमाल की कोई शिकायत नहीं। एक भी पोलिंग बूथ पे कहीं पे रीपोल की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी। इसका श्रेय आपको, आपके साथियों को और इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया को जाता है।
Naturally, viewers, Omar's praise has irked some of those in the ecosystem that had written off the possibility of normalcy returning to Jammu and Kashmir on the back of the scrapping or abrogation of Article 370. Mehbooba Mufti, PDP chief, today came out and said, our Chief Minister, despite 50 MLAs, did everything to appease and normalize Delhi's unilateral actions in August 2019 that cleaved and robbed Jammu and Kashmir of its special status. Anand Dubey, Shiv Sena UBT member, that is the Uddhav Thackeray faction, said Omar Abdullah is working like BJP's B team. He said India bloc should be shut down. Omar Abdullah criticized Prime Minister before elections and today is praising him. Congress is an alliance partner in Jammu and Kashmir. Does it agree with Omar Abdullah? Unquote. Viewers. But only those blinded by extreme prejudice towards the NDA would argue with the cold and hard facts. Infrastructure projects in Jammu and Kashmir completed in 2018 were just 9,200. Viewers, in 2022-2023, in 1 year alone, there were 92,000 projects that were completed, 10 times more. Since 2019, investment in Jammu and Kashmir is up 10 times at rupees 2,400 crore. No doubt, viewers, it should go out even more. It's a small number, but look at the base. Just in 5 years, that number has gone up by 10 times. Since 2014, GSDP has risen from 98,000 crores to 2.4 lakh crores. A lot of time has been lost, viewers, in all of this. But nonetheless, at least the direction is now clear and it's upwards. And I'm not even going into, viewers, the number of terror attacks that have dwindled, the fact that there is no stone pelting, the fact that people are beginning to see the benefits, the bounties of tourist travel, which is bringing in wealth into the state. We're not even talking about, viewers, here at this moment in time about the number of other social engagements that have spontaneously begun in the valley, like the simple pleasure of watching a movie in a movie hall and eating popcorn with your family or what have you, viewers. All of that, that's normalcy. That is normalcy. That is genuine normalcy, viewers. When you can sit in a movie hall without the fear of being blown to pieces or being attacked by fundamentalists who say that music, dance, movies are un-Islamic. That's how much things have changed. And I really hope that they remain on track. And I'm sure that the Chief Minister, who has now blossomed into a leader that is understanding the many wheels within wheels in politics, has also come to terms with the responsibility. And I'm sure that the Prime Minister will sooner than later move towards restoring statehood. But let's open this up, because where does this leave, viewers? That whole ecosystem that constantly berates Indian democracy, says that the elections are staged in this country, that the EVMs are fixed, that all the opponents of the BJP do not enjoy a level playing field, that, viewers, after the abrogation of 370, Jammu and Kashmir would bleed and there would be rivers and rivers and rivers. Sushil Pandit, we're not seeing all of that. Of course, what we're seeing is that the party like the PDP is accusing Omar Abdullah of a sellout. So let me first bring the PDP spokesperson in and you, Sushil Pandit, to basically go off against each other. And I want to bring in the PDP national spokesperson. Thank you, sir, for speaking to us here on CNN News 18, Aditya Gupta ji. Today, Omar Abdullah is recognizing that real change has come to the valley, and it has come during the tenure of Prime Minister Modi. When I've read out the facts, why are you begrudging him? Why are you begrudging him? What is the problem?
Rahul, there is, as far as Prime Minister is concerned, there's no problem. Okay. The whole point is 3 months, in 3 months' time, Omar Abdullah has twisted his tongue and started narrating a new story. 3 months prior to the elections. Oh no, that's exact. Is he that juvenile to see it after swearing in as a chief minister?
His test is very simple. He made that the condition. His test is two things. Number one, free and fair elections. He, remember, was a reluctant crusader. He didn't want to participate in the elections first. He was convinced to do so because he was guaranteed that it would be free and fair. Once he saw that the process is free and fair, he said, okay, maybe there is something happening here which I haven't seen. Number one. Number two, he's also said to the Prime Minister that I will hold you to your promise of giving us statehood. So there's not some carte blanche, but he's recognizing that, look, things are changing. I've got to move along with the times. That's pragmatism. Do you respect Mr. Vajpayee, Aditya Gupta ji?
Yeah, I respect even Prime Minister Modi.
You know why you respect Mr. Vajpayee, and your party leader has said it many times, because he had this great ability to reach out across the aisles, to congratulate even his adversaries, like Indira Gandhi, who he called Durgama, after the 71-72 war against Pakistan. So if Omar Abdullah is demonstrating a certain amount of statesmanship by saying, okay, I will give the devil or whoever else he considers is the devil his due, what is the big deal?
All right, let me explain. So 3 months prior to the elections, the only thing that he kept on saying, and the election mandate, the huge mandate that he got, he did not get on statehood, number one. His if by going by the manifesto, even you, when you ran the major debates, when going by the manifesto, where you ask question Congress whether they agree with NC manifesto, the NC manifesto was primarily surrounded around 5th of August 2019. Not only abrogation of Article 370, but subsequent certain things that happened with regard to the detentions. That was also one of the factors. So the mandate was not sought on statehood. Now, what he's trying to do last 3 months, he's trying to shift the goalpost. The decision making, he's not doing anything. What he's doing is he's spending most of the time doing the tourism fact, spending most of the time in Gulmarg. Now suggesting that Prime Minister has done something. It is obviously 2012, the Morh was laid, the foundation was laid down. It took its time because of the hilly terrain and whatever the situation was there. Physically not possible to work that much.
What was the situation, Aditya Gupta? What was the situation?
The physical non-possibility of construction of this tunnel.
Oh, really?
This tunnel,
so who came? Someone from the heavens came and suddenly built this? Listen, listen. Who are you kidding today? Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding, sir? Mehbooba Mufti had a time in office.
To face something out of it.
I'm not. I'm saying Mehbooba Mufti, was she not in office?
I'm giving the credit to Modi for
I'm sorry, sir. I am actually finding it very strange that Omar Abdullah today is beginning to see through a few hard realities. I'm not saying, viewers, that he's some reformed individual. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying he's willing to work with the centre because he realizes what people like Kejriwal have done to Delhi, which is also union territory. Don't forget. Kejriwal can't get along with the Lieutenant Governor. No. This man has understood that to serve the people, you have to work the system. Till that system is there, he's being pragmatic. Is that a crime? If it's a crime, sir, I rest my case.
Why are we questioning him? We are questioning him because when we entered into an alliance, which is a written document between BJP and PDP in the government, he says everything that destruction took place in Jammu and Kashmir.
But he hasn't got into an alliance with the BJP. One second. I'm a bit confused. Sushil Pandit, look, I'm not saying that Omar Abdullah has suddenly become a BJP camp follower. I'm not saying that. I just feel that he's become a little more pragmatic. Maybe the circumstances have bent him to becoming a little pragmatic. He's seeing what is happening in Delhi. He doesn't want that logjam in his state. He says, okay, the Prime Minister has made a commitment. If he doesn't come good on the commitment, I'll hold him to it. He said that in front of the Prime Minister. I think he's been quite honest.
You're right, Rahul. I think Indian state has done much more than normal in Jammu and Kashmir right from 1947 onwards. In fact, on an average, the center outlay per capita in Jammu and Kashmir is more than 10 times that of Uttar Pradesh per capita outlay. In this case, the money has been well spent and you have infrastructure projects coming up as a result of these budget allocations. Earlier, this money used to be swindled. Earlier, it used to fill up the coffers. This time, there are free and fair elections because PDP knows when Mufti Muhammad Saeed was head of Congress in 1987, they swindled an election along with National Conference together. So they do not more than just pay lip service to free and fair elections. They actually have a stake in swindling elections, rigging elections and getting to power. So this is a hypocritical issue as far as they are concerned. But as far as I am concerned, Rahul, all the development, all the money showered in Kashmir, for me, doesn't mean a thing.
Exactly.
Till my houses, abandoned houses,
absolutely,
till my lands, encroached temples, till my life is still rotting in refugee camps outside, till hundreds of thousands of my Hindu community from Kashmir is still longing for their home because they cannot go through those tunnels, they cannot cross those bridges, they cannot traverse on that roads. So it is meaningless. You have 5 assembly elections since we left Kashmir and each assembly election stamped the approval of democracy on our exodus. Till date there is no white paper, till date there is no policy, till date there is no decision on what is to be done with us, what is our future, where we stand vis-a-vis Indian state.
I completely agree with you.
We have had 9 prime ministers.
And Mr. Pandit,
we have nothing to look forward to, Rahul.
I think that prejudice is still alive because I tweeted today morning and of course a lot of people jumped down my throat. But I tweeted Dr. Ranganathan and let me just bring this to your notice. I said that, look, I listed all the work that has gone on, how the GSDP of the state has phenomenally gone up, by 15, 20, 30%, etc., over a period of time. And you know the statistics. And then I said, yet, in 2014, BJP had 0 seats in Kashmir Valley. Today also it has, 10 years later in 2024, it has 0 seats in Kashmir Valley. Is it prejudice that blights performance?
It doesn't even contest elections there.
Well, is it prejudice that blights the performance? What is it? At the end of the day, I can only think of that. We will take, but we will not vote for the party that is giving us because we are blinded by a prejudice. But that aside, what is your take today on what Omar Abdullah is saying in the message for the India bloc?
Rahul, on a lighter note, I don't know what's happened to Omar Abdullah. इतना praise तो मोदी जी को वो भी नहीं करते जिन पे CBI raid का threat होता है. No, but be that as it may, on a serious note, if the tongue has been unforked, it's good for the country. But to be honest with you, I doubt it very much. बोल जो हैं ओमर अब्दुल्ला के बोल भले ही हैं जो कह रहे हैं, लेकिन inside he is thinking exactly like Mehbooba Mufti, who said such egregious, seditious things when Article 370 was abrogated, like rivers of blood will flow. Yeah. Why should a Muslim majority state stay with India? And tricolors or flags other than the tricolor will fly. अंदर उनके मन में अभी भी महबूबा मुफ्ती की बातें हैं, बाहर भले जो भी हो, होठों पे जो भी हो. And the fact of the matter is, he has never criticized his father's stand, be it on EVMs or on abrogation of Article 370, when he said, Allah ye chahega कि हम देश से India से.
Actually, Mr. Abdullah has come out and said that the EVMs is a non-issue. He has said that, but that apart, yes.
No, I meant he's never criticized his father, saying that EVS is thievery of elections. He's never criticized his father, who said as much as that Allah chahega कि India से हम अलग हो जाएं अगर 370 abrogate होता है. He's never criticized all those things that he said against Modi, saying that he is virulently anti-Muslim because he doesn't accept a skull cap. लेकिन पंजाब जाते हैं तो पगड़ी accept कर लेते हैं. All the but this is politics, and a week is a long time. This has been 5 years. But the fact of the matter is twofold. One, I'm not even going into the neo-religious diktats of taqiyya in Islam that allows him to say two things at the same time. But the fact of the matter is, you can build as many tunnels as you want in Kashmir, but everything is futile unless you connect the land's original inhabitant Kashmiri Hindus to Kashmir.
True.
All this development is of no use until 700,000 Kashmiri Hindus are returned to their land honorably. And in that department, I'm afraid not just Narendra Modi, every government, every prime minister, every politician, every party has been absolutely futile.
That's a point. But tonight we're focusing on what appears to be a comment that is making the India bloc partners very, very upset. And I want to bring in Jahangir Ali Sahab. Jahangir Sahab, a quick question to you, and please do forgive me. But do you see Omar Abdullah having now significantly dented the India bloc, which at one time also included the PDP and some of the other ecosystem parties, their stance on some of the more critical issues, specifically that the Prime Minister does deliver on his promises? Mr. Ali.
Thank you, Rahul, for the invite. First of all, politics is the art of possibilities. So Omar Abdullah, as you rightly pointed out, he has taken this very pragmatic position about how his party is going to, which kind of relationship the party is going to have with the center. And asking for the statehood, asking for the return of statehood is something which the Prime Minister himself has promised,
not only in
Parliament, but also in his speeches and other things. What was your question, Rahul?
Yeah, no, I was very, very clear about whether this has all ended up now denting the campaign that has been run by the India Alliance. Their credibility seems to have hit rock bottom when someone within their own, who is the most immediate stakeholder in Jammu and Kashmir, has come out and told the world that no, actually Kashmir is doing quite well, and thank you, Prime Minister.
Yeah, I think, like I already pointed out, Omar was taking a very pragmatic position by saying something which which has happened under the
So
present
Tariq Khan,
regime,
what are
the
you going to
present
do
government.
about it? Tariq Khan, what are you going to do about it now?
Listen, we have come into an era where we should look at it in this way, that state should have, I'm saying this, state should have good relation with center, whether it's Bengal, whichever state it is,
Right.
because when you don't have good relation, people will have to suffer. This is something at the ground is fact. We have to understand is whichever government, see Jharkhand Chief Minister Soren,
Yes.
he met the PM. He met the PM because we need funds from the center, we need support from the center, and in our democracy, we have seen good relation. Having said that parties have, state government is different, central government is different, but they have good relation among
Good
themselves.
relation. So federalism is important,
I
says
think-
the
I think
Samajwadi
also-
Party.
also, Rahul, I want
The
to come in here
Samajwadi
because
Party
Omar
tells
has
us
also
this,
made a
viewers. One
very
second, Mr. Ali, 1 second. The Samajwadi Party, they really must think we are foolish, viewers. The Samajwadi Party supports Mr. Kejriwal in Delhi, not the Congress. It supports Kejriwal, who has had a running battle. I mean, viewers, he has a running battle with the center. उनको तब federalism नहीं दिखता. This advice is not given to Mr. Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi amongst us all. And because
I
of
also
their
wanted to
fight,
add in
and
that-
I'm actually now, viewers, I'm being very honest. I'm not giving the BJP a clean sheet in Delhi. They've also pushed the envelope here. So I'm not trying to suggest that the BJP is some innocent party. So, viewers, by that estimate, the Samajwadi Party should have supported the Congress, or somebody else, or even the BJP, or both the AAP and the BJP. Anyhow, viewers, look, at
Also,
the end of
I
the
wanted
day,
to add in that Omar Abdullah has tried to play it very cleverly.
it's
It was
okay,
a
sir.
Congress-
It's a well left.
it was
You know,
a
in
Congress-
cricket,
it was a Congress.
cricket,
leader,
I wish
Rahul,
Mr. Virat Kohli had left more balls outside his off stump. We would have won some of the matches. उन्होंने तो सारे balls पे अपना bat लगा दिया और खत्म हो गए. Anyhow, and our prospects
Rahul,
also
allow me a
went.
minute,
Your
please.
words in my mouth.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Ali, go ahead. Take your minute.
Yeah,
Yes.
what I was saying is that Rahul,
I want 10
this,
seconds. This is
the
not
Congress handed this position to Omar Abdullah on its own. It was a Congress leader
Okay.
who
I
said
want
that
10
we will not
seconds.
join
I
the
want 10
government
seconds.
unless and
Mr.
until Jammu
Rahul,
and Kashmir
10
remains a
seconds.
union territory.
I'm
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Omar has
Mr. Khan,
used
make
that
your point also. I got your point, Mr. Ali.
Omar
Yes.
has used that
Once
statement
what
to
I'm
justify
saying,
keeping Congress out of the government and playing
Wonderful,
very nice
sir.
with the center.
Okay.
What
Mr.
I'm
Khan.
saying, I
Yes.
want 10 seconds. Once the government is formed, we should have, for the betterment of the people, our government should have good relation with the center.
Sir,
Once
आप तो
the
10
government
minute
is
में
formed,
statesman
it's
बन
a
गए. This
good-
is brilliant. Okay.
It would be a good
Brilliant.
message
I
for
leave it at this,
BJP as
viewers. I
well.
leave it at this. You know what I love most is when the eye of the India alliance cannot see eye to eye with the other eye of the India bloc. I leave it at this, viewers. This has been a delicious debate. Thank you very much.